Imagine that one of the smartest people on Earth claims to have solved the greatest mystery of existence, the questions of life, death, and what comes after. For most of us, these topics remain an eternal enigma, something we've been conditioned to accept as unsolvable. Science and religion are often seen as separate and incompatible, but what if that assumption is wrong? Perhaps it's time to reconsider our perspective. Think back to when you were 7 years old, asking your parents, "What happens after we die?" The answers varied. Some spoke of heaven, while others admitted that nobody really knows. But do you feel satisfied with those explanations today? Isn't there still a gap between what science tells us and what religion claims? That gap may finally be closing, thanks to a groundbreaking theory that combines physics, philosophy, and mathematics, and at the heart of it stands a man named Christopher Langan. You may not have heard of Christopher Langan, but he has been called the smartest man in America, with an IQ ranging from 195 to 210, higher than Albert Einstein's. Since childhood, he has been solving complex mathematical problems, yet unlike other geniuses, he chose an unconventional path. Instead of pursuing a traditional academic career, Langan dedicated decades to exploring the fundamental nature of reality and its connection to human consciousness. His theory is not just another mystical idea or religious doctrine. It is a structured mathematical framework that explains how consciousness, reality, and even death fit together. So why haven't you heard about his ideas before? Perhaps because they challenge long-standing beliefs and have the potential to change our entire worldview. Before diving into the details, it's important to understand that exploring Langan's ideas requires an open mind. Some of his concepts may challenge what you thought you knew about life and existence. They may make you question your beliefs, and that's perfectly okay. Sometimes, the truth is even more extraordinary than we could ever imagine. Have you ever experienced a moment where you felt connected to something greater than yourself? Perhaps while meditating, gazing at the stars, or in the quiet moments before sleep. According to Langan's theory, these feelings aren't just coincidences. They're glimpses of a deeper reality that can actually be explained through mathematics and logic. Think about those times when you knew something before it happened, as if you had tapped into a deeper layer of reality. Or when you met someone and felt an instant connection, as though you had known them forever despite meeting for the first time. What about those moments of intense déjà vu, where everything feels strangely familiar? According to Langan's framework, these experiences are not mere coincidences. They are clues pointing to a structured reality in which every thought, feeling, and connection has significance. He suggests that reality operates like an intricate system where mind and matter are deeply intertwined. This theory doesn't dismiss science or religion. Instead, it reveals how they both fit together into a larger, more coherent picture. Imagine reality as an enormous puzzle. Science holds some of the pieces, and religion holds others, but until now, no one has been able to see how they interlock. Langan's theory offers a way to combine them, suggesting that the universe itself is built on a foundation of logic and information, much like an advanced computer program, but infinitely more complex. This idea proposes that consciousness is not just an accidental byproduct of physical processes, but a fundamental part of existence itself. If this is true, it means our thoughts and choices influence reality in ways we've never fully understood. Instead of being passive observers, we may actually be active participants in shaping the world around us. But why does this matter to you? After all, in the midst of our busy daily lives, contemplating the nature of reality might not seem like a top priority. However, understanding Langan's discoveries could transform how you live your life today. It could help you make better decisions, feel a deeper connection to the world around you, and even faced the concept of death with less fear. Langan's unique perspective, shaped by an unconventional life and years of independent research, offers insights that challenge conventional wisdom and invite us to explore the deeper meaning of our existence. Christopher Langan's life story is as fascinating as his ideas. Born in 1952 in San Francisco, his early years were marked by hardship and extraordinary intelligence. Imagine a young boy teaching himself to read at the age of 3, acing IQ tests with perfect scores, yet growing up in poverty with little access to formal education. Despite his exceptional intellect, Langan's life took an unusual turn. He worked as a bouncer in a bar for much of his adulthood. While others were caught up in bar fights and everyday drama, Langan spent his nights pondering the universe's deepest mysteries. What makes reality tick? How does consciousness shape our experience? What is the true connection between mind and matter? Instead of simply asking these questions, he set out to answer them using his own unique methods, forging a theory that bridges the gap between science and spirituality. What sets Langan apart from other intellectual giants isn't just his impressive IQ, but the way he approaches thinking itself. He developed a comprehensive framework known as the Cognitive Theoretic Model of the Universe, CTMU, a complex yet groundbreaking theory that suggests reality is not just a series of random events, but a self-organizing system of logic and meaning. According to Langan, the universe is structured in a way that allows consciousness to interact with it on a fundamental level, meaning that our thoughts and actions are intricately connected to the very fabric of existence. In his view, reality functions much like a self-programming system, constantly evolving and responding to the choices we make. Langan's path has not been an easy one. Unlike traditional scientists who work in well-funded research institutions, he pursued his intellectual journey independently, often facing skepticism and obstacles along the way. He dropped out of college twice, not because of academic struggles, but due to practical challenges such as lack of transportation and financial difficulties. His ideas, developed outside conventional academic circles, have faced resistance from mainstream science. However, Langan's story proves that groundbreaking ideas don't always come from prestigious universities or research labs. Sometimes they emerge from unexpected places, shaped by relentless curiosity and a deep desire to understand the world. What makes Langan's work even more compelling is his ability to think beyond traditional scientific boundaries while remaining grounded in rigorous logic. Unlike many intellectuals confined by specialized fields, Langan's CTMU theory offers an all-encompassing perspective that combines elements of physics, mathematics, and philosophy. He proposes that reality is fundamentally self-referential, meaning it contains within itself the ability to define and structure its own existence. This concept challenges the common scientific belief that the universe is purely mechanical and separate from consciousness. Instead, Langan argues that the universe operates as a self-contained system of thought, one where consciousness and reality are inseparable, each shaping and influencing the other in profound ways. But Langan's ideas are not just abstract theories. They have practical implications for how we understand ourselves and our place in the universe. If consciousness is truly woven into the fabric of reality, it means our thoughts and intentions might have a far greater influence than we ever imagined. It suggests that reality is not something happening to us, but something we are actively participating in. An interactive framework where every choice and belief contributes to the unfolding of existence. This perspective has the potential to shift how we approach everything from personal growth to scientific inquiry, blending empirical observation with deeper existential meaning. Despite his unconventional path, Langan's work is beginning to attract attention from those willing to explore new ideas about the nature of reality. Scientists, philosophers, and independent thinkers are starting to recognize the value of his insights, even if they challenge long-held assumptions. Of course, skepticism remains, as it does with any groundbreaking theory, but the questions Langen raises cannot be easily dismissed. His ideas open up new possibilities for understanding the connection between mind and matter, pushing us to consider whether reality is more interconnected and purposeful than we previously believed. As more people engage with his theories, the potential for a deeper, more integrated understanding of existence continues to grow. If Langen's theory is correct, it could revolutionize our understanding of the universe and our role within it. Instead of viewing ourselves as passive observers of a cold, indifferent cosmos, we might begin to see ourselves as active participants in an intricate system of self-reflection and meaning. This paradigm shift challenges not only our scientific perspective, but also our spiritual and philosophical views. It suggests that our thoughts, choices, and consciousness are not isolated phenomena but integral components of the universe's functioning. In essence, reality could be seen as a vast network of interconnected consciousness, where every action has significance and every individual plays a meaningful role in the grand design of existence. Consider the implications of such a view in everyday life. If consciousness truly shapes reality, then our intentions, beliefs, and perceptions could directly influence our experiences. This aligns with ancient spiritual teachings that emphasize the power of the mind and the interconnectedness of all things. It might also provide a scientific basis for phenomena such as synchronicity, intuition, and the collective unconscious, concepts that have long been relegated to the realm of metaphysics. Langen's theory bridges this gap, offering a logical framework that brings these ideas into the scientific fold while maintaining their deeper philosophical significance. However, embracing such a profound shift in understanding requires an open mind and a willingness to question deeply ingrained assumptions. Many of us have been taught to separate science from spirituality, facts from beliefs, and the physical from the metaphysical. Langen's work invites us to reconsider these distinctions, proposing that reality is far more unified and holistic than we once thought. By integrating scientific rigor with philosophical depth, his ideas encourage us to explore existence from a broader perspective, one that acknowledges both the measurable and the immeasurable, the known and the mysterious. Whether or not his theory is ultimately proven correct, it challenges us to think in new ways and to seek a deeper connection with the universe we inhabit. One of the most intriguing aspects of Langen's cognitive theoretic model of the universe, CTMU, is its assertion that reality operates like a self-processing language capable of both describing and creating itself. According to Langen, this means that the universe is not just a collection of physical objects following deterministic laws, but a dynamic, self-referential system where information and consciousness play a fundamental role. In other words, the universe doesn't just exist independently of us. It continuously evolves in response to our thoughts and observations. This concept aligns with some of the most perplexing discoveries in quantum physics, such as the observer effect, where particles behave differently when measured, suggesting that consciousness may be influencing physical reality at a fundamental level. If we accept the idea that reality is, in essence, a vast network of consciousness and information, it raises profound questions about free will and destiny. Are we truly in control of our lives, or are we following a predetermined script within a self-organizing system? Langen's theory suggests a middle ground. While the universe follows logical principles, our consciousness allows us to interact with and influence these principles in meaningful ways. This means that our choices, beliefs, and intentions are not just internal experiences but real forces that contribute to the unfolding of reality itself. This perspective has the potential to empower individuals, encouraging a sense of responsibility for one's thoughts and actions, as they may have far-reaching consequences beyond what we currently understand. However, Langen's work is not without its critics. Some argue that his ideas, while fascinating, lack empirical evidence and remain largely theoretical. Skeptics claim that without concrete experiments and peer-reviewed validation, his model remains speculative rather than scientific. Yet, even his critics acknowledge the intellectual rigor and complexity of his framework, recognizing that it offers a fresh and thought-provoking perspective on age-old questions about existence. As scientific understanding continues to evolve, ideas like Langen's may pave the way for new interdisciplinary approaches that bridge the gap between physics, consciousness, and philosophy. Whether his theories ultimately prove correct or not, they challenge us to think more deeply about the nature of reality and our place within it. Despite the skepticism, Langen's ideas are beginning to resonate with those who feel that mainstream science has yet to fully explain the complexities of consciousness and existence. His theory offers a bridge between the empirical and the abstract, suggesting that reality is not merely physical but also deeply interconnected with thought and perception. This perspective could have profound implications for fields such as psychology, artificial intelligence, and even medicine, where understanding the mind-body connection is crucial. If consciousness is indeed fundamental to the structure of reality, as Langen suggests, then exploring this connection further could revolutionize our approach to mental health, self-improvement, and the way we experience the world around us. One of the most compelling aspects of Langen's theory is its potential to provide a unified explanation for phenomena that have long puzzled scientists and philosophers alike. Concepts such as déjà vu, intuition, and the feeling of interconnectedness could be understood not as mere coincidences or tricks of the brain, but as glimpses into a deeper, underlying structure of reality. In this view, human experiences that transcend physical explanation, such as moments of profound insight, synchronicity, or spiritual awakening, could be seen as interactions with the fundamental informational fabric of the universe. If proven correct, this would mean that our daily lives are far more meaningful and interconnected than we often realize, encouraging us to live with greater awareness and intentionality. Whether or not Langen's ideas will eventually gain mainstream acceptance, they already serve as a powerful reminder that the search for truth is an ongoing journey that requires an open mind and a willingness to question established beliefs. His work challenges us to look beyond the surface of reality and explore the deeper connections that link consciousness, existence, and meaning. As we continue to advance scientifically and philosophically, theories like Langen's push us to consider new possibilities and expand our understanding of what it means to be alive in a universe that may be far more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. In a world where science and spirituality are often seen as opposing forces, Langen's ideas suggest they may actually be two sides of the same coin. By blending rigorous logical reasoning with philosophical depth, his cognitive theoretic model of the universe, CTMU, presents a holistic view that challenges conventional wisdom. It implies that rather than being passive observers in a mechanical universe, we are active participants in a reality that is both intelligent and responsive. This perspective invites us to re-evaluate our place in the cosmos, urging us to take responsibility for our thoughts and actions, which may have far-reaching implications beyond what we currently perceive. Imagine if Langen's theory were widely accepted. How might it change the way we live our lives? If consciousness truly plays a central role in shaping reality, it could inspire a shift in how we approach relationships, work, and personal growth. We might become more mindful of our thoughts, recognizing their potential influence on the world around us. Concepts like mindfulness, meditation, and positive thinking often dismissed as mere self-help tools, could take on new scientific significance as practical means of engaging with the deeper fabric of reality. This could lead to profound changes in education, healthcare, and even governance, as society begins to acknowledge the interconnectedness of all things. However, integrating such ideas into mainstream thought will not be easy. Throughout history, groundbreaking theories have faced resistance before gaining acceptance. Just as the heliocentric model of the solar system once challenged deeply held beliefs, so too does Langan's model challenge the prevailing scientific paradigm. The idea that reality is fundamentally informational and self-organizing requires a radical shift in perspective, one that some may find difficult to accept. Yet, for those willing to explore it with an open mind, the CTMU offers a compelling framework that could reshape our understanding of the universe and our role within it, encouraging us to see life as an interconnected, meaningful experience rather than a random series of events. As more people begin to explore Langan's ideas, the potential for a broader paradigm shift grows. If his theory is correct, it could provide a scientific basis for concepts that have long been considered purely philosophical or spiritual, such as the idea that our thoughts influence reality, or that the universe possesses an inherent intelligence. This shift in thinking could foster greater unity between science and spirituality, offering a more comprehensive understanding of existence that transcends traditional boundaries. Rather than viewing life as a series of random events governed solely by physical laws, we might start to see it as an intricately connected system where meaning and purpose play a fundamental role. The implications of such a perspective are profound. If consciousness is indeed a core component of reality, it challenges the traditional materialist view that sees the universe as an impersonal machine. Instead, it suggests that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not only significant on a personal level, but also have an impact on the larger fabric of existence. This could encourage individuals to adopt a more mindful and intentional approach to life, fostering a sense of interconnectedness with others and the universe itself. It could also lead to a deeper understanding of issues such as human potential, the nature of creativity, and the pursuit of personal fulfillment, all of which take on new dimensions within this framework. However, as with any revolutionary idea, Langan's theory faces significant challenges. The scientific community requires rigorous empirical evidence, and while his ideas are logically structured, they must be tested and validated through experimentation and peer review. Critics argue that without concrete evidence, the CTMU remains speculative, bordering on metaphysical speculation rather than established science. Yet, even among skeptics, there is recognition that his work raises important questions that deserve further exploration. Whether his theory ultimately proves correct or not, Langan's contributions to the discussion challenge us to think more deeply about the nature of reality and our place within it, opening the door to new perspectives and possibilities.